This morning, a nation on edge. Armed troops protecting state capitals all across the country ahead of Inauguration Day.
It reminds me of visiting Baghdad, going to the Green Zone and seeing so much military presence and barricades.
This morning, the security challenges ahead as the new president gets sworn in.
We go where we're called.
Plus, we're taking you inside President Trump's final 48 hours in office. What's expected to be one of his last orders of business, and only on the national desk. We're going one-on-one with Dr. Anthony Fauci.
What keeps you up at night?
Well, you know, that's an interesting question you ask.
From the race to vaccinate.
Ultimately, there's going to be enough vaccine for everybody.
To how this virus hits close to home and when we could finally see an end to this pandemic. And remembering the life and legacy of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
What message would your father have for this nation right now in this very moment?
In this time of uncertainty, the message from Dr. King's youngest child who spent her life carrying on his legacy.
We have to create a way for us to live together as brothers and sisters go together with perish food.
The National Desk, America's News Now. And good morning. It is Monday, January 18th. Welcome to the National Desk, America's News Now. I'm Jan Jeffcoat. A live look right now at Washington, D.C., where tens of thousands of troops are standing guard ahead of Wednesday's inauguration. New this morning, the Associated Press says nearly all of the 25,000 troops that are being screened right now just in case of an insider attack. It's been almost 2 weeks since the Capitol invasion. Officials say around 200 people are under investigation. Meantime, protests around the country do continue. First to Salt Lake City right now, where only about a dozen people showed up to demonstrate, clearly outnumbered by law enforcement there. Similar picture in Austin, Texas. The protesters outnumbered by police. Both protesters and counter-protesters also showed up in Lansing, Michigan. Officials say none of those demonstrations turned violent. They are saying, though, that because of some online chatter, the FBI did send a memo warning of the potential for issues in all 50 states as Inauguration Day grows closer. Today, we are taking you around the country as the nation prepares for a week unlike any other. We kick things off with reporter Angela Brown. She's got some stunning new video just released. Now, Angela, this was taken inside the Capitol as the rioters broke into Senate chambers, and it does raise some new questions, right?
A lot of questions about security. This video is simply astonishing. It was captured by a veteran war correspondent from the New Yorker. It puts a microscope on the alarming security failures as some rioters hunted for lawmakers. I want you to take a listen to this.
While we're here, we might as well set up a government. Hey, let's take a seat, people! Let's take a seat! Nancy Pelosi. Let's vote on some
And as you can see there, the rioters pushed into Senate chambers. One man actually jumped into Vice President Pence's chair. Then another rioter told him to get up. They rifled through the desks of senators, taking pictures of documents, collecting data to see which senator had their backs.
Ted Cruz's objection to the Arizona.
His objection. He was going to sell us out all along. Really? Look. Objection to counting electoral votes of the state of Arizona. Can I get a photo of that? Wait, no, that's okay. All right, we're pissed. I'm pissed. He's with us.
And of course, these riots triggered heightened securities at capitals across the country. And the second impeachment of President Donald Trump this morning, a Trump ally is calling on the president not to pardon these rioters. Senator Lindsey Graham says he thinks a pardon would destroy President Trump.
I don't care if you went there and spread flowers on the floor. You breached the security of the Capitol. You interrupted a joint session of Congress. You tried to intimidate us all. You should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. And to seek a pardon of these people would be wrong. It would be, I think it would destroy President Trump. And I hope we don't go down that road.
Now, the video, one of thousands of tips that have come in. By Friday, the FBI had received over 140,000 digital tips, opened 275 criminal investigations. and then charged nearly 100 people. And over the weekend, there were a number of arrests, including a New Mexico County commissioner and the founder of Cowboys for Trump, who authorities say climbed onto a restricted platform. The commissioner told investigators that he was simply caught up in the moment in that crowd.
Yeah, and these rioters, Angela, do face a range of charges.
We're talking about a lot of charges here. They range from a whole bunch of things, from curfew violations in D.C. to federal felonies related to the assault of a law enforcement officer, theft of property, and possessing firearms and explosives. Of course, we're going to keep watching this as more of these charges come in.
All right, Angela, thank you.